4K Downloader is a simple solution for downloading high quality videos from YouTube and other social media platforms for use at a later date. You can download the smallest resolutions all the way up to the 4K resolution, including 3D and 360 VR videos. Whether you want to download just the videos, an entire playlist or an entire channel, or if you would just like to do audio MP3s, this program is the one for you. Try it now for free, or if you'd like to get the personal or the pro setup, click on the link down below and continue to support this channel. Hey there and welcome to another Dave Does video, and today we're going to check out some live performances from Tarja and Floor doing Over the Hills. So I've done a few Nightwish songs, I've done a few Fire songs, and given feedback on all of them. Some feedback's been taken well, some people don't like the feedback. Don't care. It's my opinion, it's your opinion. You're allowed to have your say, and I greatly appreciate your comments. And we've had some really good, interesting back and forth on the comments. So, but you know what? I'm consistently trying to give Fire a chance for myself to see if I can grow to appreciate. Now, I've always said I'm not a fan of operatic vocals in metal. I never have liked it. It has never grown on me. So no matter how many times I listen to it, I don't see that changing. However, there are certain songs from the Fire era of Nightwish that I really like. So I wanted to do this one because I also did the Over the Hills comparison video of different versions, and we did the with Fire singing the Nightwish. Was it Nightwish that did it? Said Nightwish, but I'm not sure if it was actually Nightwish as a band, but I think it was Nightwish as a band, not just Fire's solo project. But I wanted to see this one live because, of course, it has Floor doing it as well. And I wrongfully made a comparison of the word Floor. I even said at the time that it was the first sort of name that came to mind about stage presence and performance. So we're going to have both of them there. So I want to see how they both perform on stage, how their body movement goes, see how they engage with the audience. Now this is, I'm going to guess, is a Fire performance with Floor being brought on. I'm going to guess from this. I don't see any other information. Now, if this had been done on the new channel, Musician React, make sure you subscribe, go over to that channel. We do a little bit more digging into this, but as this is the Dave Does channel, we're just going to go check it out and see how it all goes. If you want to support the channel, by the way, yes, we have the new Dave Does merch available in the merch store, details of which are in the description down below. Loads of different stuff in there, so go check it out. Let's do it. Fire and Floor, Over the Hills. 3, 2, 1, go.
Little but special.
Yeah.
I would love to share that with you. Let me introduce you. Come on. My long-term friend, Florian. She looks gorgeous. So here we are, and enjoy this. Thank you so much, Floria. Awesome. I have to thank you. See you people hopefully very, very soon again. It was amazing tonight. Thank you so much. And a big thank you on my behalf as well. It's been wonderful to sing with you, Tarja. You're a beautiful person. We have to keep it going. We have to keep it going. Music. We have to keep the love going.
And the music is the clue.
Yes.
Definitely.
Thank you. Thank you.
Okay, so it's Fire and Floor doing Over the Hills. Great to see them doing. Yes, it's a live performance, and you can tell it wasn't rehearsed. So they were kind of working it on the kind of the fly who was going to do what. So sometimes you see these live performances, and they've done it so many times, they kind of know what they're doing with each other. You can definitely feel this was something that was just a... I wouldn't say it was like she was in the audience and they asked her out. I'm going to guess it was something that she was like, we're in this town, you're in the town, could you do this song with us, sort of thing. That's what I'm going to guess has kind of happened. And so you had Floor, there was lots going on there. So Floor sort of talking about her headphones or her mic. So she was constantly kind of saying for her in ear, keep take it up, then bring it down. You then saw Vaya doing exactly the same sort of thing. She was pointing to Floor and sort of saying, Floor, microphone, ear, up. So she wanted to hear more of her in her monitor, which was quite interesting just to see them kind of how they communicate with the sound desk. Interesting again, Floor had to take the lower harmony. There's actually 3 female vocals on that. So there is obviously someone else, which we can't see on the camera. There must be someone else in the band that plays an instrument, I'm guessing an instrument, who does vocal harmonies. Especially the reason I know that is after the midsection, kind of when it kicks back in, it's that final kind of verse, and Floor is singing. There is actually a female vocal singing in harmony with her, and it isn't Fire, because Fire is not singing at that point. Now there is obviously the full vocal with the guitarist, I think it's the guitarist, the bassist behind them. He also does some vocals as well. But there is definitely, and I'm guessing that's because Fire has vocal harmonies through the song, so they still had that going on there. But it was interesting, Floor had to take the lower harmony, which makes sense based on where Fire naturally sings. So for Floor, if they both went for the high vocal line, it wouldn't have had that harmonization. So you could see Floor was working just because she was constantly listening to Fire to try and work out where she needs to harmonise with her. It was just fun seeing Fire try to sort of take her out onto that middle walkway and just kind of show off, try to go, no, come with me, so she can do it. And they were just kind of trying to work out where they sit with each other on this live performance. And I almost got this feeling that Floor was a little bit uncomfortable on the performance of the stage because it's unrehearsed. She doesn't want to try and take over the stage like she would if she was a Nightwish show, because it's not. It's a Fire show, and so she's come out with her, and so she wants to give Fire all the space to take the lead, and so you can tell she just feels a little bit uncomfortable at that point, but naturally you would be so. Now to get to the talking point about what recent videos I've been talking about with Fire, about dancing. I don't know why it's such a big thing. It was an observation, but people seem to get upset about observations nowadays. So I thought she moved really well. So did Floor. It was interesting. There's 2 different types. So with Floor, she's very much into the hips, so she moves from left leg to right leg into the hip, and so she does this kind of sway movement. So she's always kind of very much moving from her hips, and she doesn't move her head very much. So she tries to keep her head quite close, unless she's not singing, then she does her whipping around. But she tries to keep her head as close as possible, as near as possible, and do all the movement at the lower level. With Fire, she tends to bop, so she tends to bounce. So she does a lot of this sort of movement. Now, the only thing with that is one, it really knackers you out really quickly. It's great if you're doing Zumba and aerobic exercises, and so it probably keeps her in great shape doing that, as you can clearly see in the video. But it does make you knackered, and also if all that movement around makes you kind of struggle a little bit with the vocals, so you get to sound a little bit breathless, and also you can get a bit spotty on the microphone for microphone placement. That's the only observation I had there. There's no problem with either one of those styles. It was just me sort of talking about it. And I think that's possibly why you don't see many female vocalists, even male vocalists, tends to do that jumping around a lot. Bon Jovi used to do it. He used to do a lot of jumping around doing that. And if you notice there, again, he went very breathless. And again, spotty microphone. It's not an ideal thing to do when you're actually trying to sing. When you're not singing, go for it, go crazy. Just give yourself enough time before the vocals need to come back in so that you're not out of breath when you do it. But good song, good video. Great to see the two ladies perform live together, and I thoroughly enjoyed it. Now, if you like this video, please do subscribe, click the bell icon, like, share, leave the comments down below. I do read them. I don't always respond to them, but I see every single comment that appears on the channel. So I will at least read it. So if you want to send me some hate, send me some hate. If you want to send me some love, I appreciate that even more. But thank you very much for watching, and that, of course, is how Dave does it.